So there we go, node in a jar. There we go. Oh, it's unstable. What? Oh, that's interesting. Huh. Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to Crackpack with the Crackpots. I'm Philadelphus, and unfortunately Josh wasn't able to make it here this episode, but I'm hopeful he will be back in the next one. So today, just have a fairly short episode, I hope. Got this structure seen behind me at the opening there, where I've set up 8 nodes. I think I mentioned this, jumped a little too far there. Mentioned this in the last episode. I finally went around and built a little more cool, imposing structure for what will be our future power plant, magical power plant. So yeah, I've got these 8 nodes all set up, ready to feed a node that we put in the middle here on top of this advanced node stabilizer, which is a so there's various levels of instability when you are infusing things in Thaumcraft with the infusion altar. It's from negligible, minor, moderate, high, very high, all the way up to dangerous, which is what this is. So I did this as a test off camera to make sure that my altar was stabilized enough to be able to handle it, and it was. It passed with flying colors, which is good because we're going to need to do another infusion that will also be dangerous and will also take a lot longer, probably. We are going to produce our own node here using this node catalyzation, which is from a mod. This is actually not a normal, just a basic Thaumcraft research, despite the fact that it's on the same tab as everything else. But this is from, it's called Nodal Mechanics, is the mod. So with this, we can create this unattuned node matrix, which we can then sort of give add a seed of various different kinds of essentia to all the primal essentias to get it to make a base for it to work on, which we can then infuse a whole bunch of the essentia into them and create a node in a jar. We're just going to do primal aspects because that's all we really care about for reasons that we'll see become apparent later on. So I've already got this all set up here. Salus Mundus, Greatwood Logs, Work Jar, unattuned node matrix. Alright, that's giving me a bit of warp, as you can see in the bottom there. Yeah, so I've, speaking of warp, I've definitely accrued a bit more since the last was recording. Been doing a lot more researches that got me a bit of it. So I've now unlocked the Eldritch tab on the Thaumaturgical here, which has got some very cool stuff that'll be happening later on, and we'll probably start seeing some more little random events happen to us kind of related to that, having warp, as we go along here. Hi, Cuthbert, what you looking at? Yeah, moved you too. Okay, so we've got this unattuned node matrix, and I've already prepared vials of essentia here. And taking into account what we have over there in the node building. So we have the least of air and terra, so I'm going to give them a little bit of a boost by giving them 2 vials of each of these. So it should work. I've never actually used this mod before. Never made a node like this, so this is going to be a first. That's also why I have so many jars set up with so many full jars set up with all the stuff, because by my calculations we need 150 of each of the ones that we've really put a single point into there, and 300 of terra and air. So hopefully with the mortar jars I've done my math correctly, and they're all nice and full, so that should be good. But we'll see. Like I said, I've never tried this before. This will be a first time for me. And this is a dangerous infusion, and considering we're going to be putting in something like, what did it say? Something like 1,200 total essentia. This is going to take a very long time, which is why I want to make sure that my altar here was maximally stabilized, because the longer an infusion goes on, the higher its instability gets, and if the instability gets too high, you'll start having these various random things happen that can range from annoying to very, very bad. So we want this to be as smooth or as stabilized as possible, so that because we're going to be infusing for a long time here. So, all right, well, here's hoping things don't go horribly, horribly wrong. Alright, it's only shaking a little bit, that's good. So that means it's fairly stabilized. There's a really cool add-on for Thaumcraft that has some nifty gadgets that you can use called Witching Gadgets that has a nice little thing that will tell you the exact amount of instability generated by your altar here and how much it's stabilized by. But unfortunately, we don't have that in this mod pack, so we just have to kind of guess, and, notice that no instability events are happening, no lightning bolts are coming out. Those lightning bolts that were happening a few episodes ago, I remember noticing those. I was wondering why they were happening, because I thought I had enough candles and stuff to be stable. And it turned out that what was probably happening was that the infusion altar was getting interference from the crystal clusters I had set up over here, because it reads a very wide range. It's something like 16 blocks in all directions, plus or minus like 8 or 10 or something like that. So you can put infusion stability stuff. You can put candles up here if you want to, and that would stabilize things. The important thing is that when you don't have stabilizing things correctly balanced, then they provide worse instability than not having them at all. So that was what was happening with the crystal clusters over here. They were acting like stability things that were incorrectly balanced, and that was causing problems with the altar. Thankfully, not big ones. They weren't enough to do too much danger, but I felt they got that fixed, and this Aqua is having a little bit of trouble getting through. That's just a visual effect. If you look at this thing, you look up at the top, at the YLA display there, you can see that the Aqua is indeed ticking down. So it's just a visual effect that it's getting stuck there. It is, in fact, getting to the nodal the runic matrix there and fusing correctly. And so it's completely drained that order jar there. Should completely drain about 2 jars of each, and yeah, leave about 42 left, apparently, going by Ordo there. So we're doing pretty good so far. We've got, we're about, 1/4 of the way, roughly. Okay, good. There goes the eagerness there. We're looks like about halfway done. Actually, I think we're about halfway done, coming up on about halfway done now. Like I said, I've never actually used this mod before. I've seen it in the mod pack, but I've never really had much of a need to make a node like this before. So it'll be kind of a first for me. Like with this setup, you can come up here, jump down into the hole, and then you can just watch the Essentia swirl around. It's like a lovely bath of very dirty Terra Essentia. Maybe not the best Essentia to take a bath in. Did it not? Wait. See, that's a warp event right there. Oh, that's why it hasn't drained the air yet. It hasn't actually started. So that little thing where it says something is following you is a warp event. This one is actually just sort of a paranoia-inducing one because it doesn't actually do anything. There isn't actually anything that happens from this one. There is a rather similar one where there very definitely is a very dangerous mob that gets spawned in that will attack you immediately. So while I was getting this all set up before I was recording, I had that happen while I was tapped out of Minecraft, actually, and it started attacking me. The thing just started attacking me instantly, and so I was furiously trying to get back into Minecraft and get out of the menu in time to save myself. And I got down to half a heart before I was able to start fighting back and was able to take it out. Which is that really had my blood pumping for quite a bit there. That was pretty tense. I did not know if I was going to survive that or not because they're pretty strong opponents. So, and I am sure we will eventually catch one of those on camera before too much longer. So, seeing as we're almost done here, I've got about 50 air left. I remember there's one more thing I'm going to need for setting up the node over there. And that's a block of redstone. So I'll just go make that real quick. I'll use a new little crafting focus I made from the Automagy mod here, the wand focus crafting, which is basically lets you have the functionality of an arcane workbench in your wand. So you can actually see it's got the little the circles around the outside for the different types of V, and just like an arcane workbench, you can craft stuff that would require V to use, and it will just take it directly from the wand, as if you had put it in an arcane work table. I'll just take this block of redstone out. And it has finished. It's got those Salus Mundus infused there. So there we go. Node in a jar. There we go. Oh, it's unstable. What? Oh, that's interesting. Huh. I didn't know it could do that. Huh, I wonder why that happened. So unstable nodes are... they're very different. Wow. I don't really... They're very rare, for one thing. You don't see them very much. I was not expecting that to happen. I thought it could only generate a normal node. Weird. Because in unstable nodes, they basically... They can, like... They can change the type of the V in them? The types of V in them, I think? I'm really not that sure. I wonder if this is going to work. Like, this could all have been for naught. This may not be a usable node for us. I am not sure. Let's get over here. Take out this slime here. I want you away from my building. There we go. Alright, well, let's come up here and we'll stick the node on top of the advanced node stabilizer there. And then we will right-click it with our wand to open it up. And then... Oh, that's right. These things work automatically. It's block of redstone that turns it off. Oh, yeah, right. They're the opposite of what I was thinking. Okay, so we didn't need that block of redstone after all. So this advanced node stabilizer is now projecting a little bubble around this thing, which will prevent it from having its V bullied and taken away from it by any of the other nodes around it. So this is kind of a precautionary thing in what I was setting up to make sure that these ones around here won't be able to drain it from this node here. So I'm hoping that this will be able to drain the nodes around here, but I'm not sure actually, considering these are generally a lot stronger. It's also not a very fast process, that's for sure. So we may just need to go away and let it take its time. Oh, that's right. These things stabilize nodes, don't they? I'm trying to remember. Oh, no, it's still unstable. I think they have a chance to do that, if I remember right. Advanced node stabilizer has a higher chance to improve unstable and fading nodes. Okay. That's good. I think the regular node stabilizer prevents unstable nodes from losing their V. Okay, that's it, yeah. Has a tiny chance of eventually moving the unstable condition completely. Okay, so I think we're all right then. That's good. So basically, yeah, the unstable node will it'll slowly drain out each type of V that it has, and then it will sort of like it'll change it back into a different type and slowly reform it. I think they're really rare and they're not especially useful because of those properties. So I don't usually do much with them. I really am not super well informed about them. But thankfully, this thing will prevent it from doing so, and has a chance over time to eventually remove the unstable effect completely. So that will be good. We will just have to wait and hope that it eventually starts draining these nodes around it. I'm really hoping that I didn't put it too far away and that these nodes are within reach, because if I didn't, then that's gonna be pretty embarrassing. But anyway, I think that's probably a pretty good spot to call it for this episode. Can't think of anything else I want to address here. So yeah, we're just gonna have to... Oh, okay, you saw that lightning? So that was a node draining V, and since it has an advanced node stabilizer, we know it was coming... This node was draining from this node over here, so it should have dropped one of the types of V, this node should have dropped by 1 point, and it has a chance of improving a type of V in this. Oh, okay, so it was just... Good. Okay, so that lightning means it is working. It's trying to drain the nodes around it. Excellent. Good. And okay, so look, the ordo there has just increased from the original 15 up to 16, so that means it's working. Alright, well, yeah, I think that's pretty good. This basically is just a waiting game now. We just need to wait and let this go about its business of draining the nodes around it. And, yeah, we'll come back next time with, hopefully it'll have drained a few nodes around it and gotten a bit larger. We'll be able to start using it for the next phase of our plan. So, anyway, I've been Philadelphus. This has been This has been Crackpack with the singular Crackpot here, setting up our power supply for the future. And I do hope you've enjoyed this. Feel free to leave a like or comment if you have, and we will hopefully see you back with Josh next episode. Bye.